I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me?
Oh my God, yes. Yes, of course.
Welcome to the channel. Hit subscribe and dive into stories that'll stay with you long after the video ends. Let's begin. The church doors creaked open under a stormy sky, rain pounding like accusations on the stained glass. Emily's hands trembled as she clutched the bouquet, petals wilting in her grip. Her white dress clung to her skin, heavy with secrets. At the altar stood Alex, his jaw set, eyes locked on hers with an intensity that made her stomach twist. The priest's voice droned on, words blurring into the thunder outside. "Do you, Emily Rose, take Alexander Hale to be your lawfully wedded husband?" She swallowed hard, throat dry as sandpaper. This wasn't real. It couldn't be. Just a deal. A paper promise to fix her crumbling world. But why did his gaze feel like fire? "I do," she whispered, the words escaping like a confession. The ring slid onto her finger, cold metal biting into her skin. Alex's touch lingered a second too long, his thumb brushing her knuckle. A shiver raced up her arm. The kiss, chaste, scripted, sent sparks through her veins. As they pulled away, his breath warm against her ear, he murmured, "Remember, it's just for show." But as the guests applauded, fake smiles all around, Emily's heart hammered. What had she done? Flashback to 3 months earlier. Emily's apartment reeked of desperation. Bills piled on the table, eviction notice glaring red. Her job at the cafe barely covered rent, and her dreams of art school faded like old paint. Then came the call from her old college friend, Sarah. "Em, you won't believe this. My boss needs a wife, fake one. Pays big. Alex Hale, tech mogul. Heir to a fortune tied up in a ridiculous family clause. Marry by 35 or lose it all." He was tall, broad-shouldered, with eyes like stormy seas and a smile that could disarm armies. But his world was cold calculations, boardrooms echoing with ambition. They met in a dimly lit coffee shop, rain streaking the windows. Alex slid a contract across the table. 6 months. "We live together, act married in public. You get $500,000. No strings." Emily's fingers hovered over the pen. $500,000 could restart her life, pay off debts, fund her art. But faking love? What if someone finds out? His laugh was low, confident. "They won't, I'm good at pretending." She signed, the ink sealing her fate. Days blurred into preparations. Dress fittings where his approving nod made her blush. Rehearsals where his hand on her waist felt too natural. Now, in the church, as they walked down the aisle arm in arm, flashes from cameras blinding, Emily stole a glance at him. His profile sharp, unreadable. The reception loomed ahead, champagne and toasts masking the lie. But as they stepped into the limo, alone for the first time as husband and wife, Alex turned to her. "You okay?" His voice soft, genuine. She nodded, but doubt gnawed. The rain eased, leaving a misty haze. What if pretending blurred into something more? The driver pulled away, tires crunching gravel. Emily's mind raced. Tonight, their shared home awaited. King bed, separate lives. But his cologne lingered, spicy and warm. Her pulse quickened. What had she gotten into? The mansion gate swung open with a metallic groan, headlights cutting through the twilight fog. Emily stepped out, heels sinking into the manicured lawn. The house looming like a gilded cage, marble columns, endless windows reflecting her wide-eyed stare. Alex's hand grazed her elbow, guiding her inside. "Welcome home, Mrs. Hale." The words hung heavy, playful yet laced with something unspoken. Inside, chandeliers cast golden light over polished floors, the air scented with fresh lilies. Their luggage waited in the foyer, a reminder of the charade. "Separate rooms?" she asked, voice echoing. He paused, keys jingling. "For now. But we need to sell this. Family dinner tomorrow, my parents are sharks." She nodded, following him up the grand staircase. Her room was a dream. Silk sheets, a balcony overlooking rolling hills. But as she unpacked, the wedding band caught the light. a constant weight. That night, sleep evaded her. The house creaked like old bones, wind whispering secrets. Down the hall, Alex's door was ajar, light spilling out. Curiosity pulled her closer. He sat at a desk, shirt sleeves rolled up, poring over documents. Muscles flexed under taut skin. Can't sleep? His voice startled her. She leaned against the frame. New place, you? Always working. He smiled, tired but warm. Want a drink? They ended up in the kitchen, midnight snacks on the counter. Cheese, wine, laughter bubbling unexpectedly. Tell me about your art, he said, pouring red into her glass. She hesitated, then opened up. It's my escape. Colors, emotions on canvas. But life got in the way. His eyes softened. Show me sometime. The conversation flowed, easy, real. As the clock struck 2, she yawned. Good night, husband, he chuckled. Good night, wife. But back in bed, his words echoed. Was this pretending? Days melted into routine. Mornings. Coffee together, his tie askew until she fixed it, fingers brushing his neck. Afternoons, public outings, hand-holding for paparazzi, his palm warm against hers. Evenings, dinners where his laugh made her stomach flip. The family dinner arrived like a storm. Alex's parents, stern father, icy mother. So how did you meet? His mother probed, fork poised. Emily glanced at Alex. College friends introduced us. It was instant. Alex squeezed her knee under the table. She stole my heart. Lies, but his touch sparked truth. Dessert brought tension. His father grilling about heirs. Alex's jaw tightened. We're taking our time. Later in the car, silence thickened. Sorry about that, he muttered. It's fine. Part of the deal. But her voice cracked. He pulled over, engine humming. Emily, a car horn blared, shattering the moment. He drove on, unresolved. Weeks passed. A charity gala. Emily in emerald silk, Alex's arm around her waist. Whispers followed them. They looked so in love. Dancing under crystal lights, bodies close. His breath on her neck. You're good at this. So are you. Her heart raced, but at home, alone in her room, doubts crept. Was it all an act? His late nights at work, phone calls in hushed tones. One evening she found a letter on his desk. From an ex? Jealousy stung, sharp and unbidden. What was happening to her? Sunlight filtered through the curtains, casting patterns on the hardwood floor like fractured promises. Emily stirred her coffee, the spoon clinking rhythmically, her mind a whirlwind. 3 months in, the fake marriage felt like a tightrope, balance slipping with every shared glance. Alex entered the kitchen, hair tousled from sleep, wearing only sweatpants. Morning. His voice gravelly, sending a flutter through her chest. Morning. She slid him a mug, their fingers touching. Electric, they'd fallen into habits. Weekend hikes where his hand steadied her on rocky paths. Movie nights on the couch, her head on his shoulder. Laughter came easy, touches lingered, but cracks appeared. At a business party, a woman, tall, elegant, approached Alex. Darling, it's been ages. Her hand on his arm, possessive. Emily's smile faltered. Who's she? Old flame, nothing. But his eyes avoided hers. That night, argument brewed. You didn't tell me about exes. It's fake, remember? Why care? His tone sharp. Because it feels real. The words burst out, hanging in the air. He stepped closer, eyes darkening. Does it? She turned away, heart pounding. Island stretched, thick as fog. Next day, apology and flowers on the table. Truce? His note read. She forgave, but seeds of doubt grew. Work consumed him, late hours, distant calls. She painted in the studio he built for her, colors bleeding like emotions. One afternoon, rain pattering on windows, he came home early. Let's talk. They sat on the porch, thunder rumbling distant. This arrangement, it's changing me. Her breath caught. Me too. His hand found hers. Emily, phone buzzed. Work crisis. He left, door slamming, frustration built. She confided in Sarah over lunch. I think I'm falling for him. Sarah's eyes widened. But it's fake. Not anymore. Back home, she found him in the study, head in hands. Bad day? Worse. He pulled her close, hug turning to kiss, hesitant, then hungry. Lips met, world fading. His hands in her hair, her body pressing against his. They broke apart, breathless. We can't, he whispered. Why? Because when it's over, she silenced him with another kiss. That night, separate beds felt wrong. She slipped into his room, sheets cool. Alex? He pulled her in, bodies entwining. Whispers turned to moans, passion igniting like wildfire. Morning after, tangled limbs, soft smiles. This complicates things, he said. Good complicated. She traced his chest, but bliss cracked. A lawyer's call, contract midpoint review. Reality crashed in. At dinner, tension simmered. What happens in 3 months? She asked. He poked at his food. We divorce. You get paid, her fork clattered. Is that all? No, but door knocked. His parents unannounced. Surprise visit? Chaos ensued, forced smiles, probing questions. His mother cornered Emily. You seem attached. I am. Later, alone with Alex. We need to decide. He paced. I never expected this. Thunder cracked overhead. Power flickered out, darkness enveloping. In the black, his voice. Emily, there's something I haven't told you. Her heart stopped. What secret? Candlelight flickered across the room, shadows dancing like ghosts of unspoken truths. Emily stood frozen, the outage plunging the mansion into eerie quiet. Alex's words hung heavy. There's something I haven't told you. Rain lashed the windows, wind howling. She crossed her arms. What? He lit another candle, flame reflecting in his eyes. Guilt. Fear of the marriage clause? It's not just about inheritance. She sank onto the couch, knees weak. Explain, pacing resumed, his footsteps muffled on the rug. My family business is crumbling. Debts, bad investments. The will stipulates marriage to unlock a trust fund. Enough to save it. But there's more. I chose you because Sarah said you were trustworthy. But I didn't expect to fall? Her voice cracked. He stopped, knelt before her. Yes, God, yes, tears welled. Then why hide? Fear? If you knew the stakes, you'd think it was all manipulation. Thunder boomed, shaking the house. Lights buzzed back on, harsh reality flooding in. She stood. Was it the kisses, the nights? No. He grabbed her hand. That was real, but doubt poisoned her. I need air. She fled to the balcony, rain soaking her. He followed. Emily, please, wind whipped her hair. How do I believe you? His shirt clung, transparent. Because I'm terrified of losing you. Lightning flashed, illuminating his face, raw, vulnerable. They argued, voices rising over the storm. You used me. I needed you. Then I wanted you. She shoved him, chest heaving. It's all a lie. He caught her wrists. Look at me. Feel this, pulling her close, kiss fierce, desperate. Rain mingled with tears, but she pushed away. I can't, storm peaked, then eased. Inside, drying off, silence deafening. Next days, cold distance. Shared spaces, avoided eyes. Public events, forced affection, cracking facade. At a gala, whispers grew. Trouble in paradise? His ex appeared again, flirting openly. Jealousy flared. Emily confronted him later. Enjoying that? No, it's you I want. Then prove it, he did, dinner reservations candlelit. No more secrets. Over wine he confessed all. Family pressures, childhood losses shaping his walls. You broke them, her heart softened. I have secrets too. My debts weren't just bills. Gambling, my brother's. I took the deal to bail him out. Vulnerability bridged them. Laughter returned, tentative, but climax loomed. Contract end neared. Lawyers meeting. Papers ready. In the office, sterile air thick. Sign here to dissolve. Emily's pen hovered. Alex, he met her gaze. Don't. Lawyer cleared throat. Issues? Outside in the car. What now? I love you, he blurted. For real, her breath hitched. Me too. But twist paparazzi swarmed, scandal breaking. Leaked contract details, headlines screamed. Fake marriage exposed. Chaos erupted. Calls flooded. His parents furious. Fix this. Hiding at home besieged. What do we do? She whispered. He held her. Fight for us, door pounded. Reporters. Know his father. Confrontation. This sham ends now. Alex stood tall. It's not a sham. I love her. Father's face reddened. Prove it. How? The study door slammed shut, echoing like a final verdict. Alex's father loomed, arms crossed, eyes boring into them. Prove it's real or lose everything, the business, the trust. Emily's hand found Alex's, clammy but firm. Outside, rain had stopped. Moon peeking through clouds, silver light spilling in. Alex squared his shoulders. I don't need to prove it to you. We're staying married, Father's laugh barked. Romantic fool. The board meets tomorrow. Without the fund, it's bankruptcy. He left, door clicking ominously. Alone, Emily turned to Alex. We can fight this. His eyes searched hers. Together? Always. Night blurred into strategy, calls to lawyers, allies. Dawn broke, pink hues painting the sky. They drove to the boardroom, hands intertwined. Inside, suits and stern faces. Father at the head. Alexander, reconsider. Alex stood. No, Emily's my wife, real. I choose her over money. Murmurs rippled. Emily rose. I love him. Not his fortune. Father's facade cracked. Why her? Because she sees me, Alex said. Not the heir. Vote loomed. Tension coiled, clock ticking. Miracle and Uncle spoke. The will says married, not real, but love. That's legacy. Votes shifted. Fund released, with conditions. Business saved, but independence earned. Outside, sunlight warmed their faces. We did it, she breathed. He pulled her close. Boudibancy unfolded like a new canvas. No more faking, real dates, lazy Sundays. Her art flourished. Gallery shows with his proud arm around her. One evening, beach sunset, waves lapping. He knelt, real ring glinting. Marry me again. For us, tears streamed. Yes, second wedding intimate, barefoot on sand. Vows raw, heartfelt. I do, for real. Honeymoon, tropical bliss, bodies and souls entwined. Back home, life wove seamlessly. Challenges came. Work stress, family mends, but love anchored them. Years later, a child on the way, they sat on the porch, her head on his shoulder. Remember the fake start? He kissed her temple, led to the truest thing. As stars emerged, peace settled. No more secrets, just forever. Thanks for watching.